Hey guys, welcome back to Cough Country News. This is Steve with the news. Late last year, when President Biden pardoned a whole bunch of federal marijuana offenses, he pulled the director of the Health and Human Services aside, good old Xavier Becerra, and asked him to take another look at cannabis and see if the government's stance on the plant actually fell in line with the reality of what it was. Now, the Federal Controlled Substance Scheduling System takes all of the substances regulated by the government and puts them into 5 categories based on their medicinal value and perceived potential for abuse. Now, right now, marijuana is at the very tippy top of that list, right next to heroin and LSD. Now, Biden himself says it makes no sense to schedule cannabis as a more dangerous drug than fentanyl, and states have been screaming about this inconsistency since reform got started. Well, after careful review, the HHS just came forward and recommended that the DEA move cannabis from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3. Now, granted, it hasn't happened yet, and I normally don't like to cover things that haven't happened yet. There's all sorts of weird bills waiting in the wings that'll never see the light of day, so call me when it happens. But here's why I'm excited about this one. We're not talking about legalization here. We're talking, lots of people aren't sold on legalization, and that's okay. They get their say, they should. Things like this take time. What we are doing is asking people to acknowledge the fact that the current system of cannabis legislation is based on stigma. It's not based on science. No one's being asked to change their mind, but everybody is being asked to face the facts. And the more states legalize cannabis, the harder it is to ignore the reality that marijuana is not this boogeyman that it's been built out to be. So it has a real chance of being descheduled, or even being rescheduled, and that has huge implications for the industry moving forward. Well, first of all, it would be a public acknowledgement that the government's stance on cannabis is wrong and outdated. And we would start seeing so much more cannabis legislation making it through Congress, like the Safe Banking Act, which promises to pull cannabis businesses out of a huge hole they're in by giving them access to banks and being access to loans. And they'd even pull off a huge tax burden that's on the industry right now as well. At the moment, if you're a scientific body and you want to make a study on cannabis, you have to jump through 1,000,001 hoops to do it. Moving cannabis to a Schedule 3 substance would make that so much easier, paving the way for new science and finding more and more uses for the plant. Now, more and more uses for it would make it even easier for doctors to prescribe the plant to their patients. You'd even be able to pick it up in a pharmacy. Now, granted, the DEA does have the final say here. They might turn the HHS down and say no. But senators are not about to just lay down and accept the word from on high. They are expecting evidence to support the decision that is made, with one senator from Oregon saying, "We urge you to make available any evidence cited to demonstrate marijuana is more prone to drug abuse than rescheduled substances already regulated at the state level." So no more of this, "it's bad because I say it's bad" nonsense, all right? Put your money on the table, buddy. Let me see it. Guys, thanks for checking us out on coughcountry.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow wherever you are, and head back to the mothership for everything cannabis.